I've been weaving for a while now, and I'm getting to think I should start thinking about ending. This is where the weaving began, here at the beginning of that initial safety cord, and the first rows happened here, and then after that, every time I did a row, I got 2 rows, and it grew down around the back, and now it's to where I'm around the front, and it's starting to get kind of close together here in the front. I don't have a whole lot more to go. How does one finish off cloth like this? It's a very special cloth. It's got a lot of elasticity to it. And how are you going to hem up something that stretches that much? Well, the fact of the matter is, this is a very ancient method of weaving, and people in the past have dealt with this. One way of finishing up the cloth is seen on this neck scarf that I made with a rainbow dyed skein. The way the finish happens on military sashes is that you lay in a sideways thread. Weavers call that a weft. There's a thread that gets laid in this way, and then it crisscrosses back and forth. Every time I take the edges on this side and crisscross it through the next row, crisscross it back several times. On the military sashes, this happened about 5 times. I'm thinking that maybe 3 times will suffice for us. All right, so how does this work? Well, I put in a thread of contrasting color. Usually you will use the same color, but so you can see it better, I'm going to put a thread. It works just like a safety thread at first. I lay a thread in there sideways, and then I'm going to work another row right below that. So I work my row here. It can be continuing on in the interlinking method, or you might choose just to reverse your shed, bringing back to front and front to back. I'm working another row here. This is a plate row, and at the end of the row I'm going to, yes, shove it down, but I'm also going to take these ends and I'm going to crisscross them through. So that side comes through to here, and this string is going to go through to the other side. So I've crisscrossed them there. I'm going to come down to the bottom here, and at the bottom, let me put in my safety stick. At the bottom I'm going to take this string and pass it through, and the other string, pass it through the other direction. So it's crisscrossed on both ends. All right, I go back up here, and I'm going to work another row up to the top here, up, down, up, down, up, down, up, down, all the way across the row. This makes a very firm finish. It holds it really nice and snug, and I like it a lot, this method of finishing. Okay, so I've done another row there. I will take these 2 ends and I will crisscross them through. Crisscross, crisscross. I shove this down to the bottom, and I'll take the bottom threads. The right end passes to the left, and left end passes through that space to the right. So I have that thread crossed both up at the top and at the bottom. All right, I've taken it through 3 times. The first time it's a single thread, the second and the third time I've got double threads in the space, and that indeed is seen in these historic sashes. One more time I'm going to cross, bring front to back, back to front, to make it easier at the top of my fringe, I think. I like to do one more row after I've gotten finished crossing. I take front to back, back to front, there we go. And now I think I'm done. I'm going to put in a safety stick here just to hold them until I get them in order. Another thing I might mention to you, it's not necessary to pull these tight just yet. I can tighten them once I've got them cut apart and once they're on the table there. All right, so now I'm going to cut these threads apart here in the middle, and then I will take it over to the table and I'll show you how I finish it off. There we go.